Feminists are very good at making a complete fool out of themselves, and many have done exactly that. That is why we have some hilarious feminist fails to entertain you.
It's obviously disheartening hearing about it. It's happening everywhere. I would love for more girls my age or youth or students to educate themselves about what's going on, because just like me, before I was very oblivious to stuff like this. I didn't know the depth of suffrage across the world or just in my area. I'm actually from London.
It's fun to see them get trolled.
There's not equal pay. No, there isn't.
What's the wage gap, really quick?
I don't need to tell you a number. I can tell you from a living experience.
Anecdotal evidence is not strong evidence.
My evidence? It's anecdotal. I live it.
Yeah, that's the definition of anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal evidence is reality.
Get her a dictionary.
It's just, there's so many things. It is the way parents talk to children. As you said, that the boy's told to be strong, clever, and I even sometimes have to control myself when I'm praising my young nieces to not tell them they're pretty. I just think it's become so ingrained in us that it's become a natural thing to do.
Giving compliments is offensive?
Of divorces are filed by women. So you're telling me that in all of those divorces, millions and millions of divorces, the husband is always an asshole. You gotta take a look at divorces. Women divorce men for a lot of reasons. They divorce him just because they're unhappy. They divorce him because he works too much. They divorce him because they think the grass is greener on the other side. It is not always the husband's fault. Is it his fault? Sometimes, absolutely, but not always.
Feminists better be listening.
I'm fat, and I have this radical idea that I'm allowed to exist, and not just to exist, to thrive, to make the world more wonderful, because I was in it, and because I knew my...
Overweight people are not oppressed.
I think that we should preserve resources, but at the end of the day, the environment is there so that humans can be happy and have a higher quality of life.
I'm sorry, it's so selfish.
It's not really selfish. I think it's selfish to put birds over human beings.
Someone is a snowflake.
Have you ever watched a woman at a bar hit on a man and get turned down? You want to talk about not having self-control. Try a woman getting turned down. I've seen women become violent and angry and rude, all because a guy...
Feminists just don't want to acknowledge this.
Invalidates you. Biological sex is determined by XX and XY. And that's the only thing I care about. I've dedicated the last 4 years of my life to researching neurology. So for somebody to tell me that they feel like a woman, that makes them a woman, I'm a woman, and I cannot tell you what it feels like to be a woman because I've never been a man. So I don't know the difference. The way you feel is not a sign.
This is a perfect way of explaining it.
Mixed in with some psychological abuse. If you know that creator, please don't leave any hate to them, because in reality, it's her and a lot of other people, because society is just telling women that this is okay. At the same time, they're telling us that men have no emotions, and men are kind of just sitting over there like, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
He is so correct.
A sign? No? Yeah, come on. Thank you. Oh, that's a sign. It is a sign.
Let me try the hat on.
No.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Are you bald? You're bald.
I have the Trump hair. I try. No.
Feminists swarming in to harass someone with different views.
Actually let them know that you're a slut.
Are you gonna let your children know that you're asking women if they're sluts? Because I don't really know what your agenda is.
No, but will you if you're not ashamed of it, would you want your kids to become sluts like their mother?
I would love it.
This is feminism now, folks.
Pink. He loves pink. And his favourite dress is the black one with pink flamingos on it.
You could be forgiven for mistaking this toddler for a little girl, but 2-year-old Max Price is actually a boy. Max's parents are raising him gender neutral.
I feel for the child being raised by her.
It is trying to do this by stealing your voice. Kill it back. 2, you are the best thing in every room. You will notice I did not say the prettiest. You are also the prettiest thing in every room, but that shit doesn't matter. That shit is the world trying to kill you.
Some terrible feminism slam poetry is as bad as ever.
A lot when I talk about being fat is that then people love to chime in with something that they think is a compliment, but it's not actually, and that is, oh, but you're so beautiful. And nowhere in the conversation when I'm talking about me being fat do I insinuate that I don't think that I'm beautiful. Like, come on. I know I'm a very attractive human being, but I'm also a fat human being. Like, that's just my body type. That's just me. So I think when people say, oh, you're so beautiful, they're assuming that the word fat is synonymous with the word ugly.
Oh, wow. Did not see this one coming.
So another really interesting question I've received is, given that you're gay and non-binary, do you still only show your hair to women? And I think this is really interesting because the original intention of hijab was to prevent men developing feelings of attraction to a woman. So as a gay person and not a woman, it doesn't really apply to me in that sense. So to answer that question, as a trans ally and non-binary person, I make a really conscious effort not to assume anyone's gender based on...
She is smart. More people should be like her.
Modern day feminism is a joke, and let me explain why. Feminism today goes directly against what actual feminists back in the day stood for, one being abortion. They do things like the Shout My Abortion campaign, and I can't be a part of that. They also think masculinity is toxic, and I refuse to be a part of that as well.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.